All right, this is the packet that I use for employees, okay? You've got the rate sheet, right, which has the rates on it. You have an application, okay, group application. And then I have one of each of the summary sheets. I mean, that's all I put in. I mean, so this is all going to be in here, something like this. So if you guys have that, this is what I handed out to everybody. If you guys will pull that out real quick.
Okay. Shoot, I put it here.
Yeah, everybody pull that out. Yeah, that was the folder I gave you, and all you do is take out the HR brochure.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, that.
I added your other things in there.
Yeah.
Maybe I didn't. This the one?
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
There's your rate sheet. Take these
Oh, okay.
out. Take that out.
Okay.
Put those three back in.
Okay.
That's it. Okay, it's good seeing you guys today. I have about 10 minutes to go over a new benefit with you. Okay, my name's Thomas Owens, and this is voluntary, so this isn't anything anybody has to do, but if you see value for you and your family, you get the benefits at a discounted rate, okay, through payroll deduction. In your folder, what you're going to have right there up front, you're going to have a rate sheet, and we're going to use that sheet, okay? And then there's some additional information on each of the products. We're going to talk about an identity theft coverage, as well as a legal plan for you and your family. Before I get started, how many people here are married? Let's see, show of hands. Okay, how many people have kids? Okay, because both of our plans are family plans. Okay, so they're going to not only cover you, they're also going to cover your family. And we're going to go over the legal plan first, and that's right here on this side. And we're going to cover not only you, but we're also going to cover your children up to the age of 26, living at home, that have never been married, or they're full-time college students. What we have is a nationwide network of attorneys, and we give you unlimited access to them. Okay? And so it doesn't matter if you have a college student away in Florida or you're on vacation in California, you have access to our nationwide network of attorneys. And the first thing that you get is consultation on absolutely anything. So that means if something comes up, you can pick up the phone, you don't have to worry about the cost, and you have an attorney to call. And you can call up, it could be a what should I do question, what are my rights, it could be a tax question, absolutely anything you want to call about. You can call on as many subjects as you like. You can call them 10 times a day if you had 10 different issues. After your consultation, if your attorney could write a letter or make a phone call and help resolve the issue, they'll just do that for you. And that could be a major problem. Maybe it is a credit issue or a mortgage issue. Personally, I even at least once a year, anybody here have cell phone bill problems from time to time? Once a year, I call the attorneys on my Sprint phone bill. Sprint and I don't see eye to eye on the bill. I used to call up and argue with them. Now I simply call the attorneys. The attorneys write a letter, make a phone call. What do you think Sprint does when they get a letter from my attorney? They fix my bill. All right? It's just real powerful when you have an attorney make that phone call or write that letter for you. We're also going to review an unlimited number of contracts and documents, up to 15 pages, and help to protect your rights. And even pre-existing issues are covered under these things I'm talking about. So if you have a document that you've already signed or you're about to sign, let your attorney review it, because someone else's attorney wrote that document. You need to have yours take a look at it to protect your rights. If you're buying, selling, or refinancing a home, okay, you're going to have a real estate attorney work with you on that. Okay, and it doesn't matter where it is, as long as it's your primary home, we're going to have a real estate attorney help you with those documents. Now, how many people here have updated their will in the last couple of years? How many people think it might be a good idea to have a will? When's the best time to get one, before or after you die? maybe before, okay. We're going to do, up here in this area, up here in McCook, the average will is going to cost probably somewhere around $200, okay? With our service, you get a full comprehensive will to meet your needs, as well as a healthcare power of attorney and a living will, and it even comes with a minor trust that's just included And it's at no cost. It just comes with the service and it gets updated yearly. Okay? If you have a family member that wants a will, we'll do those as well. The next area of coverage is going to be moving traffic violations. Now, this is the only area that does take 15 days to go into effect. You do have to have a driver's license, properly registered vehicle, but we're going to go to court on any moving traffic violation anywhere in the country. So we're talking about speeding tickets, we're talking about accidents. We're going to have an attorney fight to keep those points off your license and keep your insurance rates down. Does anyone here have teenage drivers?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Anybody here drive like a teenager other than me?
Two of them.
So what happens when you get a moving traffic vote? What happens when something goes on your license? What happens to your insurance rates? They do what? They go up. Can anybody tell me for how long?
7 years.
Okay, it seems like forever, right? So we're going to have an attorney, even with teenage drivers or your college students, fight to keep those points off your license, keep your insurance rates down. The major part of the motor vehicle is, and I want you to think about this, what would you do if you or one of your covered family members, and you guys get a lot of snow and ice here, what if you or one of your covered family members got into an accident and someone was killed in the other car? I mean, how would you handle that? The state's going to charge you with involuntary manslaughter, negligent homicide, one of those charges. A lot of people think their car insurance is going to cover that. The fact of the matter is, once you're charged criminally, you're on your own. With our service, from your first phone call to the attorneys until the case is done, whether that takes 6 days, 6 months, or 6 years, you have 0 attorney fees. Okay? It's just covered with the plan. The next area of coverage there, that's going to be our uncontested areas. Now, these areas do take 90 days to go into effect, okay? But we're going to cover you for uncontested separation, divorce, adoption. You can even have an uncontested name change that you can do once a year, okay? So all of those are going to be covered so that your plans are going to be effective 3/1. So 90 days from then, if you had one of these issues come up, we're going to handle it for you. All right? The next area of coverage there is our preferred member discount. Now, this is for things that you choose to do. If you or one of your covered family members chooses to drink and drive, okay, or you choose to commit a crime, or you choose to file bankruptcy, we'll always give you your initial consultation, letters and phone calls, and document review, okay? Obviously, if there's a DUI in the family, you need more help than that. We still give you one of our top quality attorneys at a 25% discount, even for DUIs and those types of issues. Okay? Everything else I talked about prior to that, with the consultation, the letters, the wills, the moving violation, all that just comes with the plan. All right? Does that make sense to everybody? If you look down here at the rates, you look under Legal Shield. That's our legal plan. You'll see the individual rate. If you're just a single person, you don't have a wife, you don't have kids, or you don't have a husband, then it's going to be $16.95, and to cover your whole family, it's $18.95. Okay, so that's the legal plan. Next, we're going to talk about, and this is kind of the no-brainer part of our services, is ID Shield. Okay, who here has some type of identity theft coverage? You do? Yeah. You have something maybe on a credit card? That's great. You need to have something. And that can actually help with financial identity theft. And when we started marketing our identity theft products about 12 years ago, about 60% of identity theft was financial. Now, only about 17% is financial. The rest has to do with someone possibly working under your social. They could be working in another state on a 1099. You'll never know till the IRS comes knocking at your door. Someone could commit a crime in your name and just say they're you. And then as far as traffic violations, somebody could have their picture and your info for driver's license identity theft. They could be driving in California or Florida. Eventually their driving record is going to get mixed with yours. So there's lots of areas of identity theft. The financial is the easiest to fix, okay? Credit cards, checking accounts, savings accounts, that's the easiest to fix. I'm going to start off with the bottom line on our identity theft coverage. This is the only service where when you have an identity theft issue, you're going to have a licensed investigator assigned to you. And they're going to make the phone calls, they're going to write the letters, and they will help you restore your identity back to pre-theft status. There's no other service where you have someone else that's going to do that for you and with you. Okay? We do all the monitoring. I mean, we do all the privacy monitoring. I mean, we're going to monitor your social security number, your 10 phone numbers. We'll monitor email addresses. We'll monitor credit cards. I mean, we monitor absolutely everything. And if something pops up, we're going to alert you. Okay? We'll let you know. Other than that, the big thing with our identity theft, like I said, is the restoration. Okay? So when something happens, because it's inevitable, I mean, we hear about all these breaches all the time. Has anyone here ever gotten a letter saying that your information has been lost, either by the bank or some other institution? I know I got one just a couple months ago. Okay? This is the identity theft coverage that when something like that happens, you pick up the phone, you have a licensed investigator assigned to you, you have a $5 million service guarantee, and they're going to put you back to pre-theft status. There's no other service that does that. If everybody will take a look at their application, down at the bottom you do see where the ID Shield is $8.95 for an individual, $18.95 for a family, and then it's $25.90 if you buy both for the individual, and it's $33.90 if you buy both for the family. Here on the application, for those of you that are individuals, I want you to just put a little arrow, okay, over individual. Where it says individual here, I want you to put an arrow pointing down, all right? Because those are the boxes you're going to check, all right? If you're family, I want you to put an arrow pointing down, okay? Does everybody see what I'm talking about? And then right here where it says there's a $10 non-refundable fee, okay? I just mark a line through that, if you guys would. Everybody just draw a line through it. It does go ahead and say that that's waived, but sometimes people take this home and their spouse will see it, or you'll think about it, and you'll think, well, what about that $10 fee? So draw a line through it. And then all you're going to do, if you're interested in either one or both of the plans, is right here on today's date. What is today anyway?
17th.
17th? Okay, 2/17. If you guys will just go ahead and start and put 2/17 right there under today's date. And then we're going to need this personal information. You're going to put that info in here. Okay? So as you guys are filling out those applications, I'll bring you around some decals that go on the rear driver's side window of your vehicle. And I've also got a how to use sheet that I'll bring you. Okay? All right. So guys, that's my presentation. That's